Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. ShlobbyDev here on Twitter posting this. Just added another XRPL wallet software from Crossmark to Browser Wallet Bridge demo application, guys. So check this out. This is Crossmark. They're a browser-first wallet with cross-chain support for the XRP ledger. And so he just did a demo here where you can see XRP moving over this browser extension here. So I just kind of wanted to scroll through this. This is just the back end, just so you guys can see. And I will link this tweet in the description for you guys if you're interested in seeing this in detail. So it looks as though this is with the Firefox browser waiting for the browser extension to process your request. And then he posts, where does he do it here? Okay, so here it is, requesting the payment, putting up 1.23 XRP over the network. You guys can see that. And he does push confirm payment, puts in his password there. Sending transaction, please wait. And there you go. As you guys can see, your transaction was successful. Congratulations. Gives you guys the transaction hash. And then right at the end over here, successfully completed. The action has been completed successfully. You can close this window at any time. The payment was for 1.23 XRP. So boom, more utility being driven on the XRP ledger, even from these smaller projects. You can see the ecosystem is continuously growing. And it's like the saying says, every little bit counts, okay? Works like a charm for both Firefox and Chrome. Plan to integrate into DallyPay soon. So for those of you guys interested in that, keep a lookout. Wanted to thank ShlobbyDev here for posting that. Ripple's also being honored, guys. They're being recognized by Fortune Magazine and GPTW.us, a great place to work, for their best medium workplaces in 2023. And so if you guys take a look at this list, Ripple is in the top, what was it, top 100? Top 100 best workplaces in the US that employ between 100 and 999 people. And so if you look up Ripple here on the list, you can see they are ranked at number 24. So just some more positive news there for the Ripple team. I mean, I got to say, I could only imagine what it's like to be working at Ripple. Positive workplace, innovation friendly. It seems like, everybody's having fun there. A company that does very, very well in good times and bad times. During the beer flu, even their business model, not terribly stressed. So I could see it. I could see how people are happy to be working for this particular company. Wanted to keep moving on though. Okay, Save on Send posted this 1 hour info from Alanzari Exchange. Okay, this is an exchange that is partnered with Ripple, the largest remittance player out of the UAE. Okay, their volume is between these two companies, Corona Pay and World Remit. Their income and gross margins are declining. 81% of transactions are still in branches, and Ripple is listed as a rail on par with the Swift community. So in terms of action, in terms of volume, I'm guessing, they're saying here that Ripple is on par with Swift. More details below, guys, and there is an article here that is linked in this tweet thread, which I will link in the description of this video. So remittance is just giving us some statistics here. Operating income, value transactions, outward personal remittance transactions, outward personal number of transactions, digital versus face-to-face, worldwide cash express. Interesting to note that even though these numbers are identifying 22 and 23, we're still really low. I feels like a very low number here for digital transactions, 15% in 2022 versus 19% in 2023. So I mean, it is growing, albeit not by much. Down here gives us a bit of a summary. Moderate decline in operating income, predominantly driven by a slight decline in outward personal transactions. Top corridors witness a decline owed to rise of parallel currency markets in some countries, partially offset by an increase in other corridors, and continued expansion B2B businesses with strong growth of WWCE in line with the group's strategy. So just giving us some statistics there. Here is a mention of Ripple next to the Swift community, though, but no details if it is a marketing agreement, pay per play, or a real business with Ripple getting paid. So again, listing all the resources here, but here it says remittances. The group provides remittances at its retail branches and via its digital channels, offering domestic and global money transfers through its proprietary money remittance platforms, Cash Express, Global Fund Transfer, and Worldwide Cash Express, as well as through its money transfer operator partners such as Western Union and its transfer payment network, where transfers to bank accounts are executed via money transfer services such as Swift or Ripple. So these two side by side, parallel. In terms of the action they are getting, the group offers remittances for its retail and corporate customers. So very, very interesting to note that. I mean, the Middle Eastern world, a Sharia-compliant crypto technology, namely RippleNet, XRP. These are all reasons why we're seeing so much adoption over there in the Middle East. And, even so much as to say that Swift and Ripple are now kind of neck and neck in terms of their availability, their volumes, and producing payments for clients in these particular regions of the world. Anyway, wanted to thank Save on Send for posting that. Another Ripple partner, guys, highlighting Fronte Corretora. Okay, this is a partnership between Neum and this other company, Fronte Corretora. Neum posted this: on the search for a payments partner to support reliable cross-border transactions efficiently, transparently, and with superior customer service, Neum's flexible funding was the winning solution for our client, Fronte Corretora. And get this, guys, they actually outline RippleNet as the reason why they did partner with Fronte Corretora. Okay, so Fronte Corretora, they're a trailblazing foreign exchange broker based out of Brazil. The firm's 1,300 plus clients range from social media influencers to the world's largest financial institutions and travel agencies to investment brokers to deliver the payout service they demanded. It required a partner with a focus on transaction speed and reach into emerging markets. So that was what they were looking for. That was the challenge. They began being payment partners in 2019. It was a very different market to the one we see today. Few Brazilian financial firms even had heard of RippleNet, let alone implemented it. And Fronte Corretora then began a search for a partner capable of delivering a fast, cost-effective service to meet the needs of its diverse client base that utilized this technology. So they were on a mission to, find a technology provider that implemented RippleNet. The solution, Fronte Corretora chose Neum to support payment corridors to several South American and Asian destinations, as well as the US, in part due to Neum's integration with RippleNet. So they're saying that was the reason, guys. This integration enabled Fronte Corretora to become the second financial player in the country to adopt the distributed financial technology. Additionally, the firm chose Neum because of its superior customer service and flexibility, and that is exactly what RippleNet provides for their customers. I mean, the flexibility, think of it, guys. All those rails, all those unique exotic corridors, you can transact on any one of them, and all you need to do is leverage XRP for that liquidity. So long as there's XRP available, person A just needs to put in their transaction, transmit it to person B over the XRP ledger. Bada boom, bada bing, Bob is your uncle. So interesting to see here that Neum is actually posting this article highlighting how Fronte Corretora chose them because, and specifically because, they use RippleNet. They're RippleNet enabled and have been for quite a while now. So a great article here, and I'm hoping that more small to medium-sized businesses do happen to see this, pick this up. Unfortunately, it only has 7 likes right now, but it's still a bit of a process. We're going to see more and more adoption over time. We're still kind of at the, I don't want to say beginning of this, but we're really in the middle. The companies that have already adopted are going to really thrive. Their competition is going to see that, and they're going to be like, hey, wait, we want to do what they're doing. Where can I sign up? Anyway, wanted to thank Neum for posting that. Another great observation here, guys, courtesy of Cyprus Domenin Core here on Twitter, noticing that this year's Cybos conference is happening in Toronto, Canada, September 18th to 21st, Collaborative Finance in a Fragmented World. So I just wanted to bring you guys this, bringing the global financial community together. This is the Cybos conference that happens every year. This year, it just so happens to be taking place in Toronto. If I go to the conference tab here, it says Collaborative Finance in a Fragmented World. It's happening in Toronto this year. The theme of the Cybos 2023 conference agenda is just that, collaborative finance in a fragmented world, addressing issues such as working together to create a sustainable and inclusive financial industry, risk management in times of economic and geopolitical uncertainty, and the balance between technology and trust. That, I think, is what is on a lot of people's minds. There's the banks first, who need to trust the technology and able to implement it. They can't have wishy-washy technology, right? They need to see that it works. They need to confirm that. But even on the retail side too, CBDCs, how can we trust our government to implement these with privacy at stake, so on and so forth? Thought leaders from around the world will share insights across areas such as ESG standardization, cross-border payments, post-trade data, digital currencies, guys, and advancing technologies such as AI and machine learning. So, digital currencies here on the docket, post-trade data, cross-border payments. And so not only that, look who some of the sponsors are. Ripple partners, namely Accenture, ACI Worldwide, BNP Paribas, Capgemini, which I just talked about yesterday in a video, which I will link up here in the top right-hand corner. CGI is another one. DTCC, huge exhibitor. And there are some other ones down here, I believe. Is there any more? Ripple partners specifically? Not that I can see off the top. Anyway, Visa, of course, they're a huge one through Earthport. Nevertheless, some interesting connections here at the Cybos conference this year in Toronto. And for those of you guys who do not know, Cybos is put on by SWIFT. It was previously known as the SWIFT International Banking Operations Seminar. So it is a network organized by SWIFT for the financial industry and is held annually around the world in major cities. So interesting. I mean, considering yesterday's video too, if you guys did not catch that, I do suggest you watch it. How many Ripple partners are now going to be at this event? On top of that, the fact that they are dealing with cross-border payments, specifically post-trade data, digital currencies. I mean, all things that, I don't know, dare I say, Ripple may have a bit of a leading advantage with. Anyway, wanted to thank Cypress Domenicore here just for posting that, guys. Jack the Rippler here on Twitter also happened to post this. G20 October 2023 coming around the corner. They are planning to report on the implementation of cross-border payments, give a roadmap, guys. So that is happening next month. Also, let's not forget, just last month, August 10th, 2023, Ripple did join the BIS Cross-Border Payments Task Force, specifically discussing international settlements and payments within this current market infrastructure. So some more things to be paying attention to moving forward. So wanted to thank Jack the Rippler for posting that. Subjective Views also happened to post this. Another interesting connection, guys, with the World Bank and G20 countries. Faster payment systems will allow for financial inclusion, but first, we need global interoperability and standardization. They are even saying it themselves. Interoperability, standardization. How do we all standardize? They ask. Well, here's the answer.
Ensuring a digitally led payment system to foster financial inclusion. From the World Bank perspective and the projects that you're looking at, what advice would you have to policymakers to ensure they're taking the right steps on that front?
So for the World Bank, interoperability is key to enable access and even more importantly usage of digital financial services. So we look at interoperability in a global sense, starting from a legal framework that will give access to an extended range of providers to the financial market infrastructures, to the payment system. So making sure the market is open to new payment service providers is the first step. Then you have to look at the technical infrastructure, like Akima mentioned, that will enable technically that interoperability. And this will require not only cooperation, it will require also standardization. So as part of the discussion that you need to have in your cooperative framework between the various providers and the regulators, this issue of standardization is also key. And this means also standardizing and disseminating key topics such as consumer protection and resilience, including cyber resilience, because you want to be sure that any users can send or receive transaction with any other user or provider. But you want to make sure also that everybody is aware of the rules and everybody knows where to turn in case of an incident.
So this is Dorothee Delort, Senior Financial Sector Specialist at the World Bank. And I mean, she's saying it right here, interoperability, standardization for cross-border financial payments globally. This is going to be key. They don't mention Ripple and XRP here specifically. However, Subjective Views also brought this up, the cross-border agenda. So another clip from this same conference here, this one's a little shorter, a priority for the World Bank and G20. The World Bank is asking questions they already have the answers to, guys. Listen to this.
Cross-border payment is a priority also for the G20. I mean, for the World Bank, for the G20, and it's also with remittances in mind. How can we facilitate, make a quicker, cheaper cross-border payment? And this is an agenda on which there's a lot of work going on, and we're deeply committed to that cross-border agenda.
I find that a lot of these guys, these organizations tend to do the same thing, right? They're asking the questions that they already do have the answers to because it's an easy way to make you look really, really stellar, isn't it? So, they're saying this. Meanwhile, you guys remember this report that came out November 2021, Central Bank Digital Currencies for Cross-Border Payments, put out by the World Bank specifically. Here they even highlighted stablecoins for cross-border payments. Two digital currencies that fall into this category are RippleNet's native digital currency XRP and Stellar Network's native cryptocurrency, the Stellar Lumens XLM. Both Ripple and Stellar enable faster and more efficient cross-border payments relative to correspondent banking. So, putting 2 and 2 together here, guys, I think it's very clear. The World Bank on board with Ripple and XRP execution, cross-border payments, first and foremost in their minds. Interoperability, as she mentioned in this first clip here, is going to be key. The standardization has to be consistent across the board. So are we going to see Stellar and XLM being implemented at that global level? I certainly think so, but that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.